cold in this room. Let me pee. If I don't pee, I'm going to have a bad time. Woo. Good lordy. Oh my. Good lord. Well, everybody, welcome to Dad's Movie Collection, the podcast where it's pretty self-explanatory. I watch movies from my dad's movie collection. Genuinely, my dad has so many movies that it's not even funny. And I wanted to have a podcast, which if some of you know, I had to change it. I had to change the name of the podcast. So now we're Dad's Movie Collection. I mean, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good intro. That's all I can say right now. You know, that's all I need to really say. I want to first start out and apologize. I know the camera quality's bad. I know the microphone's bad. This microphone, I don't know why I'm showing you. It's fucking okay. That microphone just stopped working on me the other day. Just had a little buzz going on. This room still in the making. It's not exactly what I want it to be, but it will be what I want it to be one day. Does that make sense? We're going to get there, regardless of what it takes. So yeah, welcome to the new show, Dad's Movie Collection, the podcast where I talk to you about movies, TV, anything in that realm. I genuinely think my dad has... No, I can't say one of the biggest, because there's some people out there that have just an insane amount of movies, but... My dad has a movie collection like no other, physical and virtually, like not streamed, but like bought on Apple TV, and it is no joke. I love movies so much, and I decided, I could talk about movies forever, so why don't I just go ahead and talk about movies to the masses, because everybody wanted this. I'm your host, Chopster, and today we have a lot of ground to cover. I think this year, out of prior years, has been the most amount of times I have gone to the actual theater so far. Let me pull up my letterbox. How many movies? It's gonna be so embarrassing. It's gonna be small, but it's a lot for me. The amount of movies I've seen in theaters, yikes! Pulled it open. We started this year with a movie. We started this year with The Housemaid. And Marty Supreme. Okay, I can get down with Marty Supreme. February, I didn't see a single movie in theaters, so we're at 2. March, 3, Project Hail Mary. April, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. 4. May, this is where we saw a lot, okay? Hokum, Michael, and Obsession. That's 7 movies so far. Backrooms and Toy Story 5 in June. 9 movies. That's pretty damn good for me, dude. Like I said, I really enjoy watching the movie, but I really enjoy going to the movie theaters to watch movies, but let's be 100% honest here. Something's going on with the people in the movie theaters, and then $40 for a Friday night movie, insane. And I'm not watching a movie without popcorn, or actually, I hate popcorn. I'm not watching a movie without a drink and some candy. And when that whole entire thing comes in to be like $40, it's hard to go to the movie. So I see a Sunday matinee, $14 Backrooms. Just gotta deal with some little kids. Yeah, that's true. That's true, bro. There are some kids in the Backrooms movie, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But we'll get into that later in this episode. I first feel like I have to lay some ground here. Kind of build your guys' resume to me, or build my... sorry, that was the wrong way. Build my resume for you guys. I could be just some random, I want to show you that I know my shit. Y'all, I know my shit. I film student here. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. Should I leave? Yes, okay, yes, it's true. It's true. I'm a film student. Now, was I good at it? That's in the eye of the beholder. Did I pass and did I graduate cum laude? I did. Am I currently in the movie realm or making movies, or is that what I do with my life? No. So it's kind of self-explanatory. But let me tell you, I learned a lot in the 4 years that, honestly, I would say 8 because I took a lot of film school classes in high school. But that's beside the point. Yeah. Film school graduate here who has seen a ton of movies. And when it comes to critiquing and rating a movie, I feel like I have the best system. I think I really found a way to take a movie and divvy it up into 3 categories on whether or not it's a good film, okay? Number 1, critically. You have to think critically about the movie. Is this a genuinely good movie? You know, some would throw around the words, mise en scène. All that stuff, like a genuine critic would. Well, I didn't like the way the third act never did this, Save the Cat theory didn't work, all blah, blah, blah. I think it's important, because if you have a movie that's just absolute bullshit, it's going to take away from the viewing factor. Now, number 2, this is where I kind of throw it to the side. Did I have fun while watching this movie? Because there are some movies that are my favorite movies, not because they're good, not because they are the best work of cinema I've ever seen, but because I genuinely just have such a fun time watching it that they're up there. Cat in the Hat, for example. And 3, another critique to a movie that could make or break it. Will my girlfriend go to the movie theaters to go see it, and or will I be able to do a movie date night with her for this movie? Does that make sense? As a guy who has a girlfriend who doesn't really like to watch movies, and I am always so surprised at the movies she's told me she's never seen before. Like, I thought every child has seen Night at the Museum. Apparently not. I thought every child has seen Dougal. Turns out, I think that's just me. I actually think it was just me and my sisters that might be the only people on this earth that has ever seen Dougal. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But there are so many things in this world that we may never fully understand. Sorry. Zach Bagans came out. There are so many movies that I feel like she would like, and if I just got her either in the theater or got her to sit down, her life would be changed. And it might be a little too late for the Night at the Museum hype, but gosh, I could still get her to smile with it, And any time I get to spend with my girlfriend is obviously wanted, and it's obviously something I'm going to strive for. So if I can mix my love of movies and my love for my girlfriend and mix them together, that's a perfect movie. A movie that she loves, WALL-E. I love WALL-E too. Now, is it higher on my list because she loves it too and we had a movie date? Absolutely. That's just how it works. No, I've genuinely seen... Stop saying genuinely. No, I've seen a lot of movies this year, and I talk a lot about movies with my buddies that I was like, I need to change my podcast into a movie podcast because I could actually talk about this for hours. And I could talk about this for days. And when I talk about movies, I feel like my friends really get me and understand me. And I feel like we just bounce off. This chair almost broke. Did you hear that? It's probably because my fat AF. We'll just dive right into it, okay? Am I crazy to believe, are we in a movie renaissance right now? Are we weirdly in a time where theaters as we know it, that have all been said and stated to be crumbling under the weight of nobody going out anymore, crumbling under the weight of streaming services like Netflix, Prime Video, and Disney Plus, not sponsored? Are movie theaters crumbling under that? Or are we in a renaissance where movies are starting to become what they once were again? Now, I know there was a huge hit with COVID. Thank God they didn't go anywhere, because I think this year, out of all years prior, has proved a lot for not only like I don't know, the theater community, like not those people. Gosh, not the high school theater people. God, stay where you are. Don't leave the auditorium, for the love of God. But like theater owners and like Hollywood, I guess I could just say. We live in a time where let me actually look this up for you really quickly. Opening weekend for Disclosure Day. Not what I thought it was going to be. Obsession, according to Google AI, I'm not happy I'm using it either. It's just really convenient on the front page, okay? According to the AI overview on Google, the horror film Obsession grossed $17 million at the domestic box office, where Disclosure Day did $19 million. Now, that's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. I actually thought Obsession was going to be more because I feel like a lot of people liked it more. But I think the reason we're in a movie renaissance is because passion over production. I wrote some notes down about this because I actually feel it. Passion over production, good movie over overhyped. That's just what we're dealing with nowadays. We're dealing with half the movies that come out are absolute passion projects. People who are pouring their heart and soul out into movies that nobody really sees and nobody likes because it's not this huge, overproduced, Fast and Furious 11 movie. You know? Again, this is where it kind of sounded like I'm hating on Spielberg. I'm not at all. I'm not hating on Spielberg. Disclosure Day, okay? Did you watch the trailer for Disclosure Day? I think his name popped up, rightfully so. He has earned his stripes. But his name popped up 4 times in the span of that 1 minute, 30-second trailer. Spielberg, produced, Spielberg. He's amazing. I'm not saying he is one of, if not the most influential and decorated. Is he? He's got to be decorated. But let's cut to the chase. He's fucking fantastic, dude. He's made movies what they are today. Like, the amount of shit he has made, I mean, oh my God. I'm not talking bad about him. I'm just saying there's something so hard to watch. And granted, I didn't see Disclosure Day, so I might just be bullshitting. But there's something so hard about seeing someone's name slapped so many times on a movie, knowing that that's its only selling point, you know? Or how many famous people can we get in one movie to make so much money? That's overproduced. That is to the point where we are losing what makes movies good in the first place, which is passion, directorial guidance, in people coming together and creating something amazing, which was Obsession, and which was the Backrooms. I think there's so many things we can take from those 2 movies alone this year and look at it like, wow, what are we doing? And in a good way, in a very good way. And we can also give Spielberg still another movie and be like, look at this. But it does annoy me when we throw Spielberg's name and be like as the reason you should go see the movie. Yes, that's a lot of the reason why people go see the movie, but I feel like as a director, once you get that high and mighty, there's a sense of like, anything you do will get money, so let's just do it. Which is good and can be good, but then also, you should still be trying to get me to go see this movie. And Disclosure Day sounded good and it looked good, but I heard it didn't get good reviews, you know? Maybe I should have stopped talking about this because I haven't seen it. But that's my only problem, is I was seeing a whole lot of articles where everyone was saying that, wow, Obsession did really good to our surprise. wow, Kane Parsons did good on the Backrooms movie, to everyone's surprise. Really? Really? To everyone's surprise? Because Kane Parsons has been directing stuff for years, since he was 15 almost, I think. Curry Barker has put out multiple short films and full-length features on YouTube. They're both fucking fantastic, dude. Sorry for my language, but their passion for filmmaking and what they have, and thank God that they got a stage to create it on, blows people's minds. They were like, how is Obsession still doing this good? How is it not? When you see a young creator use... I mean, it's old talk, and I know it's been old talk, but under $1 million. Under $1 million he used on this film. It was his budget. And he was able to create a movie that, I mean, will be talked about forever. It will be known as a classic of our time, genuinely. And then with the Backrooms, it's one of those first movies of our generation that was made for us. It wasn't made for the older people. It wasn't made, I mean, sure, yeah, for the younger generation too, but it was made for us by a director who's our age. That's insane, dude. That's one of the first movies I've at least seen that was made that way. And the reason it was made, I mean, all the older people are like, well, I don't get it. Because it's not for you. Kane Parsons made that for us, for that niche little group of, sorry, I was just bouncing through my head. He made that for the niche little group of people who like the Backrooms and love backroom stuff. And I think we're in a movie renaissance, dude, because did you hear what else is going on? Their movie producers and movie executives are now going to Reddit, and they're going to YouTube to find the next Curry Barker, to find the next Kane Pixels. Oh, sorry, said his username. That's fantastic. Give all these people a goal, or give all these people a platform. I think that's like one of the best things we can do for these creators. But don't overproduce that bullshit either. You know what I mean? Like, give credit where credit's due, but the second you dip your toes into something, Hollywood finds a way to just attack it and rip it up and fuck its head off. Sorry to be vulgar and all that. It's just insane. That's my problem with Hollywood. And there's nothing about Steven Spielberg. I just think, especially within the last couple of years, everything has been so overproduced that now we are letting these little small films shine so bright, and I love it. And a lot of it is due to A24 and all these smaller, like, I love it. I love it. Whew. What time are we at? I like have to go to the bathroom so bad. Okay, 21 minutes. I'm pausing this. In the span of me going to the bathroom, stopping this, it is now torrential downpouring outside. So we can get some nice rain ambiance. Let me make sure my girlfriend's dog is okay. Hold on. I think one of the main reasons why I'm so passionate about... I'm going to look out the window because it's so beautiful. One of the main reasons why I'm so passionate about passion for film is because, you can tell. You can tell when people do this because they love to do it versus when people are doing it because it makes them money, or they have a God complex where it's like, now the whole entire DCU's in my hands. You know? James Gunn's fantastic, I'm just saying. It just is so funny to me that those movies, people were so baffled when they did good. People were so baffled. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that's like the 4 years I've spent in film school and like bouncing ideas off of people where it's like, wow, like people are so creative and people have such a passion for what they want and they know exactly what's good, that I'm sure when one sneaks through the Hollywood veil of sequels and remakes, it's nice to see that it's a good movie. You know what I mean? Speaking of sequels and remakes, Disney needed more money. So they went ahead and made a Toy Story 5. Hear me out. I'm not upset. Okay? We went to go see it on Father's Day. Actually, a really good movie. I don't want to spoil it because it's really good. I think that's a good... Toy Story does a really good way of making the movies, I heard someone say, like, episodic. You know, where the first three were very much a part of each other and they were, like, overarching the entire story of whatever happened is for the entire story. This is what the Toy Story is. To whereas 4 and 5 kind of seem like their own little spin-offs of what the toys are doing. Which works, and it works very good for this movie. I think it was really cute, and it was really needed. It wasn't really needed, but I'm glad I watched it because it was good. You know, movies like that are hard to make good, like after the 5th one especially. There's just such a weird thing going on right now with Hollywood and remakes and reboots and all that. It's been going on forever if you look back at it. I mean, how many times has Godzilla been rebooted? Not just in the 20s, but like probably one of the most remade movies of all time. It happens. That's what Hollywood is. If you made one Godzilla movie and never remade it again, that'd be stupid. Everyone gets their own stylistic choice, and I have nothing against reboots or remakes. I think where I don't even want to call it like... where I lose my interest, if you will. I think where I lose my interest comes when we haven't changed anything up in a long time, to where it is 2026 and the MCU is still pumping out movies that we have all been complaining about for 10 years maybe. No, not since 2016. At least since 2020. At least for the 6 years that we have all been saying were terrible. Regardless, whether that's, you know, just the stupid characters they chose, whether it's the overproduced Marvel or the bad CGI, whatever it is. And, you know, every time we're like sitting there like, oh, it's going to change. It hasn't, and it won't. So what do we do? Well, we can't do anything when that's all that's in the movie theaters right now. That's why it was so good when Obsession and Backrooms came out. It felt like, wow, you're telling me I can go to the movie theaters twice this week, this month, twice this year, and see 2 original movies that haven't been remade or reproduced. That's pretty freaking fantastic, dude. And I'm all for reboots, because I really liked the 5th Toy Story. It just, do we need a Moana live action? That's a money grab. That is the biggest money grab I've ever seen. Who asked for Moana to be live action? Not me. You're also going to choose Moana over all that other stuff you could have chose? Hey, I love Moana as much as the next guy. But that's the movie you're going to make right now after you just remade a Lilo and Stitch that did like billions of dollars, which also one of those movies that I'm not mad because, like, yeah, I'd like to see Stitch live action. I'm not upset at live action movies. It's just weird, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't get it. But I think, to me, it was just really nice. And I think everyone's kind of noticing now that the horror genre is where a lot of those original movies and these directors are able to spread their wings a little bit and kind of get out, show what they're made of, and do something where it's like original. I mean, horror is so vast. You can do anything. No, like, genuinely, one of the best. Stop saying genuinely. Horror is one of the best for that reason, because there's so many ways you could take it that is so good and so original. I'm not a huge fan of action movies, but that's the same way. It's like you can almost get away with anything, as we've seen with that movie where the guy can't feel any pain. Like, it wasn't my favorite movie, but at least it was an original idea. And I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. Let's go ahead with the 4 movies I have seen recently. Let me do a quick rundown of how I would critique them, okay? Let's start off with Obsession. Obsession with the first way I like to critique, which is critically. I think the movie Obsession is fantastic. It's a little slow. I thought there could have been more to the story, but I'm not upset with it. I thought it was great. Besides the parts that were a little slow, I put critically the movie 8 out of 10. Did I have fun while watching it? I would also say 8 out of 10. It was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. My favorite part was when he was like, I want $1 billion. That was awesome. That was so sick. And it started falling down. That's so cool. I had a lot of fun. Girlfriend Meter. This is going to blow your mind. I would say 6. Because she actually came up and talked to me about this movie. Like, I've heard it's really good. We should go see it in movies. What? Really? We didn't because we don't have enough time. But she was like, I'd love to watch it at home. Okay, yeah, date night. Date night, 6. Now, will she actually watch it at home? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But she sounded like she liked it. Backrooms. Critically, 7. There was a whole chunk in that movie where they sit you down on the table and just lay out everything you need to know. That took me out a little bit. But it was still needed because you needed to catch those people who aren't familiar with the Backrooms up with the Backrooms, you know? So I understand it, but it took me out. So I would say 7 for critically on the Backrooms. Enjoyment scale. I'm going to say a 9 out of 10 for the Backrooms. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought it was so fun. Exactly what I wanted from this movie. And I walked out of the movie first time ever, like, feeling, like, thrilled. Like, I was actually like, woo, that was spooky. I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I'm just simple-minded. But I really enjoyed it. Girlfriend Meter, 6 out of 10. Also, she said she wanted to go see this movie. Didn't go because we didn't have time, but she said she would watch it at home. Will she? I don't know. That's a date night to determine. Hokum. Critically, 7 out of 10. Fun, 7 out of 10. Girlfriend scale, 0 out of 10. I liked that movie. Wasn't my favorite. Girlfriend would never watch it. Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5. Critically, 8. Funly, 9. Girlfriend critique, whatever you call it, girlfriend category, 10. Obviously, the girlfriend wants to go see this movie, and I might go see it this weekend with her. That was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. Didn't need it, but I still loved it. You know, and that sometimes is all you need for a movie. Will I watch it again? Sure. Was I mad I watched it the first time? No. Do I recommend people seeing it if you like Toy Story? Absolutely. And that's all you can get sometimes with the 5th movie. Not upset at all, actually. Thoroughly enjoy it. Don't know what that says about me, but hey. Sorry, my cell phone. Sorry, now that that's done. God, sorry. I had to fill you guys in on some of the recent movies I watched. We're going to go ahead and jump into the next segment, which is movie news of the day. And everybody, sit down. If you are standing, if you're driving, close your eyes and floor the pedal. They are making, which I think we've known for a little bit, but I didn't know if it was true. They're making a Magic School Bus live action movie. Yeah. Yup, that could be good, or it could be shite. Miss Frizzle was just cast for the live action movie. And it's going to be none other than Elizabeth Banks. Now, I wish I was a little more Hollywood knowing, if you will, on Elizabeth Banks. I've 100% seen her movies. Me checking right now. Spider-Man! She's in Spider-Man! What is she in Spider-Man? Betty Brant. Who's Betty Brant? The secretary from Spider-Man? Okay. Yeah, she'll be a great Miss Frizzle. Okay. Alright. I'll be down with it. What other movies is she in? Charlie's Angels? Did anyone see that movie? We don't even have to click on that. Hunger Games? Cocaine Bear? Alright, Miss Frizzle's movie's gonna fit perfectly right in between Hunger Games, Cocaine Bear, Charlie's Angels, Spider-Man. Oh, and the 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's awesome. I'm actually so stoked. That, I know it's probably already in the works or has been talked about, but I have been thinking for the longest time that they should be doing some sort of Magic Tree House. Did I say Magic School Bus? Is that what it was called? Yeah, it's Magic School Bus, and then there's the Magic Tree House. I think they should make the Magic Tree House like a TV series. Even an animated series would be sick. Dude, I love the Magic Tree House. That's all I could think about when I was thinking of the Magic School Bus. Bro, what do you think they're going to do in that movie? Go up someone's ass? You think some little kids are just going to get gone off someone's ass? Like, what are they going to do, actually? What's the plot? What's the plot for this movie? The Magic School Bus is based on the beloved children's books by authors Joanna Cole and Bruce Deegan. Though plot details for the movie haven't been confirmed, the educational series follows the eccentric Miss Frizzle and her class as they go on field trips in their yellow school bus that magically transforms. Okay, so it hasn't been stated what it's going to be, but it looks like fun. I haven't checked movie news for today, so maybe we just got hit with the gnarliest movie news. Aquamarine pilot based on movie ordered by Disney+. My girlfriend's gonna freak the fuck out about that. Reading anything? Lionel Richie abruptly cuts concert short after falling ill during open night of tour. Oh no. Shrek spinoff of Shrek spinoff Donkey sets 2028 release date. That's when I turn the phone off. We're going to just jump right into the next segment of this where I'm going to play a little game, okay? And if you're not aware of this game, you need to be right at this moment. I'm going to start screen sharing. It's going to be up on the screen for those who are watching. For those who are listening, okay, I'm sure everybody has played Wordle before. Spottle.movies, not sponsored. It's Wordle, but for movies, okay? And here we go. I'm going to start off with the Lego movie because there's so many people in that movie, and it's look at that, dude. Oh, Lego Movie 2. I didn't know I did Lego Movie 2. Okay. So far, the things that we got right for the Lego Movie 2 are it's an adventure movie, an animated movie, it's a comedy, and it's a family movie with a PG rating. It is not by the studio Warner Brothers. It is earlier than 2019, and it grossed more than $200 million and has a higher than 67 score. Okay. Before 2019, PG rated animated movie. Do we try Disney? Obviously, you have to throw in a Disney in there. Should we do, for the year, if it's yellow that means it's within 5. If any of these are yellow, that means it's within, 100 million or whatever. We have no yellows. It's just straight up green. I think I'm swinging with a Pixar movie. You have to do that. Should we do Ratatouille? Yep. Fun news about Ratatouille. I had a birthday Ratatouille themed. Bang! Look at that 7-year-old, by the way, 7-year-old birthday Ratatouille themed. My mom made it, and we all made our own aprons with those puffy paint. So screw you. It's a Pixar movie. It's animated comedy family. This one's a G rated, so it's a little darker than a G. But it's Pixar, and it's within 2007. Is that what was that, like Cars 2? Should we try Cars 2? Okay, in between 2007 and 2011 Pixar movie. WALL-E was like 2008. No, WALL-E was 2007 too. And that's a G rated as well. What's parental guidance? Maybe it's like a little quirky? Like maybe they say one bad word? Incredibles? No, that's way before 2011. Should we try WALL-E? No, because WALL-E was it not that long ago. I play this game every day. Let's just throw WALL-E out there. It's not WALL-E. In between 2008 and 2011 Pixar movie. Bro, I know people in the comments are like... And it didn't score as well as WALL-E. Think. How old was I? In 2010, I would have been 9. What movie... Bro. There's no way. I know what it is. What? It's not Toy Story 3? Okay. Once you have enough bad attempts, as like I do, you get to go ahead and choose a hint. Do we want the tagline, the film's tagline? Do we want the awards and wins the film has? Or do we need the filmography, which is the director's other work? I need the tagline. I'm embarrassed. Sorry, I'm spilling. Duh. Just got presented with the film's tagline, which is "Change is in the air." Do you know what film Pixar movie was based in the air that came out around that time? Up. It was Up. Up's PG. I wonder why. Maybe because people fall out of the sky. Anyway, at least that's not awesome, but it's not bad. We got Up in 6, okay? Could be worse. That's pretty much the gist of the game, and I have a blast with it every day. Another fun game you can play every day that's also kind of like Wordle is Framed. I'm sure everyone does this. Frame.wtf. They give you a frame, and every single time you guess, it changes the frame. Let's go ahead and play. So the first frame, for those who are listening, those who are watching, is up on the screen, is what looks to be obviously animated mountain range with the beautiful sun setting. It's a little bit orange, but there's no characters. It's literally just the sun setting and a mountainous. I'm going to go off. I'm going to say Moana. I was talking so much shit. Maybe Moana's going to come in and steal it for me. Not Moana. Oh. The next photo shows a glowing flower in a bowl of water. Animated movie. And it looks like something from Tangled. Is it Tangled? Bang, I got it. Tangled in 2. Tangled, that's what I like, dude. What are the odds I get 2 Pixar movies back to back? Now, since that went by so quick, there is another thing on. This is not sponsored, by the way. This is just fun. Me. It's my first episode. People think I'm sponsored. On frame.wtf, there's an option where you can do one frame, which is guess the movie by one frame, and it has, like it said, one frame with a giant black box, and every time you guess, the black box gets smaller until you know what movie it is. Okay, this I cannot tell. So it's very orange and grungy looking. I'm just gonna come out with Pulp Fiction because it looks like some Pulp Functure. I typed in Pulp Functure. It was not. Oh my god! I got it in 2. Wow, what a stellar day for Framed. It is. This is the end because I can see that dude. Dude, I can see what's his name? I don't know what his name is. Daryl from The Office. Yes, dude, and the dude who. Wow, Pulp Fiction title statistics. Pulp Fiction was up there with the Reservoir Dogs. Yep. Memento, Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels. Wow. That's cool. Should we do a... Why not? Why not? Since this went by so quick, let's go ahead and do the title shot. Wait, what is... Rock? It just says ROK and I just went in there. I put in rock, but it was wrong. Rocky? Oh, I got it. Hey, first of all, usually these are a lot harder, and I just bumped those out. Let's see, I was at 44 when I was recording. It is 47. I bumped 3 games out in 3 minutes. I really wished that took longer because now this first episode is not going to be too long. But maybe that's what some people need to listen. Something not too long. Thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of Dad's Movie Collection. Come back weekly. I'm going to be talking about movies. Yes, I want to talk about new movies I've seen, but I think that kind of defeats the purpose for a lot of people who haven't seen new movies and who also, me included, don't want to go to the movies every week to pay $14 for a matinee and then waste all their money. I usually just go to the movie theaters next to me that much because I want whatever poster is out for free that week. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will be talking just general movie stuff all the time, anytime. It's going to be fun. So if you're a movie lover and you like, what was this? Y'all listening, y'all are so thankful you're not watching because I just did the goofiest thing. No, if you like movies, come back and talk. Comment. I'd love to hear your takes. I'm so excited to get this genre of my life started because I really was needing a podcast like every other white male. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go watch some movies. Alright, ciao. Almost fell down. Ugh, I'm so chubby.